Hello, you guys. Destructive this week again. I'm here with the One Man Podcast. I've been recording these for a while. I've only uploaded one. It was a really shitty one. I'm sorry about that. But this time I'm trying to keep it more professional by the audio. Last time I was recording with my Triton headset, which sounded pretty shitty, by the way. I don't know why. I mean, it's like a headset that has a mic on it. I don't see why it'd sound worse. Right now I'm just freeballing it on the laptop. Like I'm just talking to my laptop right now. I turned off the AC, which should make it that burr sound you were hearing last time. And this time I wrote down some topics. But the main point of this is that I need people to film a podcast with. If you are interested, contact me on my channel. Do that. Okay, my first one is surviving the purge. Now this one, it comes down to either you're a hunter or you're a survivor. Hunter is, I'd say, you gather up with a bunch of people, then you go out and hunt people down. I wouldn't do that. I'd go for the surviving. But instead of just me being in this dream scenario where, like my dream house, which is out in the middle of nowhere, I guess it wouldn't be that hard, but this is real talking. So I'm here in a neighborhood which is close to the downtown area, which sucks, I guess. I mean, if it's in this purge scenario, because you're really close where everyone's gonna go and do their hooligan mess. So I guess what I do is try to get the whole block in it, which I don't think I could do that either, because my block is filled with a bunch of elderly people. Like, to be honest with you, the oldest person here is about 90. Yeah, about 90. And, yeah, the youngest one on here is probably the family in their, 50s. The youngest one here is me and my mom, but I'm not counting them. So I think I'd get the whole block in it, put roadblocks at the end of at each side of the house. At, not the house, my house, but at each side of the end of the block, you know what I mean? And then have 2 rifle people up on the roof, and then just people at the bottom, making sure shit doesn't go down around it. And yeah, I think that'll be good. That's how I do it. But then again, this is the purge. I'm trying to list out a possible realistic scenario, but it's the purge. Come on, it's not really gonna happen. Who knows? Maybe it will in 50 years. And I'll be glad for it. The next topic, is astrology. If you don't know what astrology is, don't confuse it with astronomy. Astronomy is the studying of stars and the universe. That's astronomy. Astrology, I get those confused a lot too. So I'm trying to help you out with that. Astrology is, it's a theory saying, depending when you're born, that's the type of person you'll come out to be. I'm not really familiar with the signs of each, that was my cat, of each date, but I just know mine. I was born in July, which makes me a Cancer, and it makes me a water sign, and I'm not really sure what all this means. I just know that that's what I am, and I was a huge skeptic of this, it's just a bunch of bullshit, some 15th century weird guy wrote this in his basement, and people just, other weird people just took it as fact, and that's not really the case, in my mindset anymore, because I have this friend, she's really into astrology, not astronomy, astrology, and by the end of the school year, the end of the school year was a couple days for me. I don't know how it was with you guys, but it was a couple days for me. So we've been with these people in the classroom for 9 months, and so we knew them pretty well. So then I asked her to name out who is everyone, what is their sign based on their birthday, based on what you know on their personality. And she had let me remind you, she had no idea what their birthdays were. She didn't know. I just told her to guess based on her study of astrology and based on what she knows on the person's personality. Now, there was 10 people in that classroom, and she got 7 out of 10 right. That's pretty impressive. 7 out of 10 right. She basically guessed their birthday based on their personality. Like, you may be a skeptic of it. I was too. I was a shy and skeptic on astrology, but I lean more to. I'm still not sure how it works. I haven't looked up on it, but it's pretty accurate. If someone can guess it like that, then it's telling me that there's some hint of truth to it. I'm not gonna take it as fact. I'm not gonna do any of that, but it does put me an open mind to it, and I'm gonna end it there. Stand-up comedy is my next. I'm not sure if I want to talk about that. The next topic on here is my writing, which during the school year I had to get thrown into OCI, which means on-campus suspension. That's not even OCI. What the fuck? I don't know. The point is, like, they threw us into a classroom where you did nothing all day. You did nothing. This one time I brought a laser to school. It wasn't even like a laser, like, hey, I'm a little kid, I'm playing with a laser, pointing it at people's eyes. It was a pin/laser, and they got after me on that one. And I got 2 days in there, which sucks. You don't do anything in there. Nothing. It's just really bad. So I took the time while I was in there just to start writing whatever was in my head. And I think I'm going to read one of those writings to you. I'm going to keep doing this. Yeah, I'm going to put one of my writings in each of my podcasts, in my one-man podcasts. There won't be much of them because I didn't write too much because I didn't get thrown in there too much, but I guess I'll go ahead and read the first one. This is actually a writing of a stand-up comedian. So if you said aw, or like you wanted me to talk about stand-up comedy when I skipped over the topic, then this will be something for you. I'll touch on stand-up comedy later. I just don't really feel like talking about it right now. This is about George Carlin. This is a little bit cheesy to read. Trust me, it is. This is exactly what I wrote on George Carlin. It's a quote starts. No, that's what I meant to say. Starts. He opened my mind to many things. He has taught me in a little bit over a year, more than society has with 12 years of school. With 2 simple words, only would have hit hard out of his mouth. Question everything. With those words, you realize and analyze deeper meanings, the words of people, and the more you listen, the more you realize people recite the words of others, and your mindset is all one of a kind, brought by the 2 simple words. Then, when the deep thinking skill increases, you analyze the small stuff. People will blindly follow because of not questioning. I see the bullshit in their preaches. And I doubt the original words weren't questioned by the original mouth that said it. So if you don't know what that means, that last part, it means that people who say shit probably didn't even question what they said in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. What's the next topic on here? Hope you enjoyed that, because that seems pretty cheesy to read. Next one is Dreams series. I'm not really sure. What that means is I was gonna talk about some dreams that I've had, but I haven't dreamed in a long ass while. So I'm not really sure what to talk about. The last dream I've had was it was a pretty weird dream. It was me just walking in my living room, and I heard a war horn, like the war siren. Like we all know what it sounds like, the war, like that. It was probably the worst impression of a war siren ever, but you probably know what I mean. So anyway, I walk outside, and I see this guy limping across the block, just limping, like walking but limping, and then the dream just cut right there. That's the last dream I've had. I've had it like a couple months ago. I don't really dream. Everyone dreams, but I just don't remember mine. I never remember mine. Which makes me think about this. Like, I've had a repetitive dream, like a dream that repeats itself in the course of my lifetime. I first had the dream when I was really young, maybe throughout 5 or 7, I had the dream. This is a pretty damn retarded dream, I'm gonna admit. And I've had it on 3 different occasions. I've had this dream on 3 different occasions. And it makes you wonder, like, I'm gonna touch back on the I don't remember all of my dreams. It makes me wonder if I keep having this dream and I'm not even sure about it. So I'm going to tell you the dream, and I'm going to warn you right now, it is a retarded ass dream. Okay. It starts off me in my aunt's house. It's me inside of my aunt's house. I'm not sure why. My aunt isn't even there. But there is no windows. All the windows are walls. Like the wall cover the windows. So it's just complete dark. It's not pitch black to the point where I can't see anything, but I can see it's just really dark. And then my dad is there all of a sudden for no reason. And then behind the couch I see a skull, like not a skull, like one that's a skull, but like the roof of someone's head. I see it behind the couch, like creeping up. It's like you can just see the forehead, and you can't. The eyes, like the dude's eyes, haven't come up yet. Like you don't see it, but you can just see the forehead peeking out behind the couch. And I turn around, and then there's two little things. I can't see their faces. I can never see their faces. And I turn back around, and then the thing that was behind the couch, it stands up, and then it looks like Venom from Spider-Man. Who knows? I had that dream when I was little. It could have even been Venom from Spider-Man. not just look like him. But I've had that dream multiple times over those. The last time I had it, I was like maybe 12 or 13. But like I'm saying, I probably could have had that dream over and over again without me knowing it, because I don't remember my dreams. And okay, and the retarded part is about to come up. If you don't think that dream is absolutely retarded, I make my escape on a giant spider, but like my aunt's house is on a cliff. It's not on a cliff in real life. Like in the dream, it's on a cliff. So like the spider, it stops. But like I'm not strapped down on anything because it's a fucking spider. It doesn't have a seatbelt or anything. So I go flying off the cliff, and then I roll down a hill, and that's when I wake up. It happens every time. They say dreams mean something, but that's fucking retarded. I don't know what to make up of that. I've had that dream a couple of times. It's pretty stupid. The next topic on here is school shooting fantasy. No, do not worry. I do not have a fantasy of shooting up my school. So don't even contemplate me thinking that. I've never even had that notion going, oh, I should shoot up my school. No. This means that, while I'm in class, like, school's fucking boring. It really is. I hate it. I don't want to say a waste of time for me, like I'm putting myself higher upon others, but it's not going to be useful in my life. The only way the high school is going to be useful for me is that diploma. That diploma is what's going to get me in the army. If I didn't have any contemplation of going to the army, I would have dropped out probably sometime last year. I would have probably dropped out then. So while I'm in class, but going back to the school shooting fantasy, while I'm in class, I daydream a lot. And one of my repeating daydreams is a guy busts open the door and has a gun. And I put myself in this scenario, like, what would I do? Chances are the guy's going to shoot me. So I just play this scenario in my head, and I try to find out a way to get in, like, really, really close to him. Because if it's like, I imagine him having like an AR-15 or like a shotgun or something. I don't imagine him having a pistol. So, like, all you really have to do is get behind the rifle, really. Like, if you get in close enough, like, he's not going to bend the rifle and and shoot you with it. So like I've imagined like going in like behind the desk, because like I always sit in the top, like if you can imagine the seating chart, like a bunch of rows and columns, I sit on the top right. So all the way in front of the class to the right, and then the I'm not put there by choice. I'd sit in the back if it was my choice, but it's done by last name. It's done by last name, by alphabetical order. So, and the teacher's desk is always right there, so I can see myself quickly moving in front of my the desk, like in front of my teacher's desk. And I'm not gonna, I'm not like some special guy like the shooter's gonna walk in and then he's gonna see me run behind the desk and go, "Damn it, I wanted to shoot that one guy. He was so special." No, he's gonna shoot the other people. So it's fucked up to say, but in any scenario, I'd put myself before others. In any scenario, I don't care what it is, that's gonna happen, unless I have a kid, which I'm planning not to have. Anyway, so once he shoots up my classmates, which too bad, but rather you than me, I'd move in and get inside the area of his bubble to the point where he can't like maneuver the rifle to point at me. And I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds, and you just elbow him right there because he's holding the rifle. He's not gonna, punch me or anything. So just elbow him right there, take the rifle away, and save the day. But I always like imagine like in school shootings, there's always, well, like in the recent one, Sandy Hook, there was only that one guy, and the conspiracy theories say there was more than one, which is pretty sketchy. Like if you see those news reports, but I'm not going to get into that. So like there's always two shooters. That's what I'm going to say. So once you take that guy's rifle or whatever he has, then you would like, because you're not going to kill him. You can't shoot him. You really can't. Like if you take the rifle away from him, you can't just like turn it around on him and shoot him, because then that'd make you the killer. Because it's the law, You can't, and you can't point it at him either. Like once he's on the ground, you can't point it at him, say stay still or anything. You have to ground him some way without pointing the weapon. And if he's the only shooter, the best thing to do is unload the weapon and just like slide it to wherever, and just just hold him down. But so that's the simple thing to do. But like if there's another shooter, then what do you do there? Like do you get like the surviving classmates to hold the guy down, and do you go like commando looking for the other shooter with the other shooter's weapon, or do you just let the cops like take care of it? But like what if like the school cops, because there's cops in my school, I'm pretty sure that's pretty universal. There's cops in your school too. But like what if like they don't get there in time and they shoot up another classroom? So I'm not really sure like if I'd go in there and check for other people. I mean, like what if like they hear the cops hear the gunshots, they run in and they see me with the rifle, and they fucking end up shooting me? What happens there? In your daydreams, you always play hero, but I think the best thing to do, now that I think of it, is just let the cops handle it. Whatever. If they end up shooting another classroom, that's not your fault. And excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink right here. And okay, the next topic is, there is no next topic. So I'm just going to talk about what this whole point... You know what? I'm going to name one right now. I'm going to be doing this pretty often, just a one-man podcast. Just me talking. Just me talking about whatever, shits and giggles. If you have a topic idea, please give it to me. That makes this way easier than it should be. And I think I'm going to have to name this something, because I'm going to do this pretty often. This is fun to do. Just sit here and talk to nobody. It's fucking sad that I find that fun to do. Oh well, too bad. What should I name this thing? I don't know, I'll let you guys name it if there's any people that comment, because, I mean, come on, who watches this? The last video I put, which was pretty low effort, got, like 30 views, which is pretty sad, because I see people that put up, like, daily vlogs, like, vlog number 5,837, 0 views, like, ow, ouch. That dude has 0 subscribers and 0 views. I haven't even uploaded a video, and I picked up like 5 subscribers somehow. And then I put up that one very, very low effort, shitty video, and I get 30. So how does that dude have not a single follower and no views on his videos? I find that sad. And if you want to know who I'm talking about, might as well. I'm going to say his name is James Sato. You can look him up. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm going to end it here. If you're interested in doing a podcast with me, because this is the whole point why I started doing this, is to do a podcast with other people. But, you know, for right now, I'll just do it by myself. This is fun to do. And I'll see you later.